In this video, I'm going to give you 5 offline techniques for in-club personal trainers who want to build their client base plus an email list at the same time. Just so you can put a face to the name and see who's put this together, that's me down below. My name's Scott Hutchinson and I'm a contributor here at the PTDC. Anyway, let's jump straight into these techniques. If you want to get more clients and build relationships with people in your gym, while at the same time building your email list, then you're going to want to watch this video right to the end. Alrighty, number 1 technique is you need to be able to become your gym's trusted advisor or educator. Okay, so just a little note. I'm just giving you the process here of like how you can use these things. Okay, so each of these techniques you do need to have a little bit of prep work done. Okay, so this one you need to have some pre-made posts or articles. They don't have to be your own articles. They can be others sourced from various places on the net. Okay, as long as they're useful information and it's on a wide range of topics. Okay, so how you can use this one is you can if you want to be able to swipe people in at the front of the gym, you want to be able to greet them with their first name. Okay, so you want to try and get that first name when you're swiping people through. Okay, so you start building relationships with people just like this. Okay, greet them with a smile, make sure your attitude's good. You're going to ask them how they're going and what they're training today. Okay, as a keyword, you need to find out what they're training, okay, and their first name. Okay, you should be doing these things anyway, like once you're on the gym floor, all throughout the day. Okay, you just be a normal human being. Alrighty, so now that you've got now that you've greeted a few people, what you can do is maybe say 20 minutes later, or even if you're walking through the gym floor, or if they're leaving, here's what you want to do. You want to walk up to that person. You want to say, hey, let's just say their name is John. Hey John, I thought you might like this. I know you said you were training whatever they said to you. Okay, so let's just say they're training chest, and they're doing a little bit of strength work for their chest. Okay, so I thought you might like this. I know you said you were training some chest before and you're in a strength phase at the moment. Here's just a cool new workout I think you might want to try sometime. Take a read. Okay, and then you hand them that printable article that you've had. Okay, so you should have various articles on different topics. Okay, you should have these like in a little bank. Okay, so make sure you pick topics that are common. Okay, so there might be an article on strength training for women and the benefits of that. There might be an article on structural balance or movement analysis. Okay, there might be an article on the best exercises for conditioning. Might be whatever it is. Okay, make sure you've got articles that people can relate to and get actionable tips straight away from. Okay, and then here's the bonus tip for that technique. If there's someone who's going to be really appreciative of what you've just done for them, okay, so you've gone up to this person, you've given them like this information, they haven't even asked for it. Okay, so what you want to do is you say, hey, I've got another couple of great articles that I think you might like. Do you mind if I email them to you? Okay, so from here you've you can follow up with this person, make sure like you can give them some more useful articles. Okay, and something that's going to be specific for what they're doing in the gym. All right, and here's where you can keep building on that relationship. All right, so that's technique 1. Technique number 2 is your in-session self-promotion. Okay, so if you're training, you've got to look the part as well. Okay, so if you're a PT or a coach, okay, you've got to be strong, you've got to be lean, you've got to look the part. Okay, nobody wants to get trained by someone who's out of shape. All right, whatever people say, all right, I don't really believe it. I reckon you have to look the part. All right, 100%. When you're doing your own training, you've got to train hard and it's got to be structured. Okay, so you've got to have specific phases in your own training. Okay, you need to be advancing all the time. Okay, not only it's good for yourself, but other people will notice. 100%. All right, and what you want to do too is you want to try and you don't have to do this all the time, all right? But you want to try and train at times when your ideal client is going to be at the gym, okay? So, you might think, let's say you want to fill a gap of, a lot of people struggle to fill during the day, okay? So let's just say that time between 10 and, 3 o'clock or something like that, okay? So that might be the time when you can start, do a couple of sessions during that time, okay? And, you can start talking to people on the gym floor, okay? Just be friendly, have a good attitude, smile, okay? People are going to notice you, all right? All right, so try and train at those times, or even just walk through the gym floor, okay, at those times, okay? And if you've got a bonus tip here, this is you want to be wearing, your own singlet and your own promotional gear while you're training, okay? Obviously, if you're walking the gym floor, you're going to have your own gym's uniform on, okay? But if you're, got your own session going on, then by all means you should have, a good looking singlet that's going to have, your blog's domain on there, okay? Or even, some form of contact information of how they can get in touch with you, okay? And you want to make it as clear as possible for people, okay? Because they're going to take notice if you're, if you're training hard and you're doing some different stuff, okay? People will take notice 100%. All right, technique number 3 is you want to be a technique freak, okay? So if you're on the gym floor training yourself, or even just, you've got your sessions on already training clients, you want to keep your eyes open for people who are having some technique issues, okay? So even if you're training your own client, right, still keep an eye on, what's going on around you, okay? But you can do this while you're training as well, or even just walking the gym floor. Okay, so you should really be able to tell what's wrong with someone just by watching them as they lift, okay? And if you can't, then you need to learn about, how structural balance affects movement, and you need to learn about movement analysis, okay? So if you can't look at someone's technique and, realize at least a couple of things that they can do to improve that, okay, and give them instant result, then you need to really, educate yourself and upskill yourself in that area, okay? And what you want to not do is go up to this person and say straight up to them, you're doing it all wrong, okay? Do not put them down straight away, okay? They're gonna feel totally embarrassed, all right, and they're gonna think that they've been doing everything wrong this whole time, okay? What you want to do instead is, just maybe casually go up to them and say, hey, I noticed you were doing, let's say they're doing, a squat or a deadlift or a row or something like that, okay? Which are good movements to look at to pick up technique issues, okay? Hey, I noticed you were doing a deadlift or a squat. How have you been going with those, okay? And then they're going to respond, okay, obviously to you, or if they're mute, then fair enough. Or if they've got massive headphones on, don't talk to them, all right? But if it's your ideal client, okay, that you're trying to look for, all right, they're going to respond to you, okay? Because you've just asked them a very open-ended question, okay? How are they going with that exercise? Are they getting the result they want? Do they know what it's doing? All that kind of stuff, okay? And then what you want to say to them is, I just noticed that when you were lifting, you were doing whatever it was they were doing, okay? So let's say they were doing a squat, and they weren't doing full range squat, or anything, just whatever technique issue they had going on, put that there, okay? That might be because of this, okay? So that might be because of, you need to, if you've looked at someone's squat or deadlift, you should be able to realize what is causing that issue, okay? And remember, if you can't, you need to upskill yourself in structural balance and movement analysis, okay? Because this is a really good tool and technique to use, alrighty? So, and then from there, you want to say, look, I've got a couple of super easy, maybe it's a release technique that you can show them, or it's a lifting cue, or anything like that. Something that's small, that's a little tip, okay? That's really going to help you. Do you mind if I show you? It's only going to take a minute, okay? Something along the lines of that. Alrighty, so they're going to be obviously more than happy to, take that information on board, okay? And you just want to be able to communicate with people like a human being and actually help them, okay? Give them a useful tip that they can implement straight away to get a result. And the bonus tip here is, while you're showing this person, maybe some of those new techniques, or you've given them some release work and they've, started to improve their squat depth, or they can start rowing properly with good scapular control. Any like little tips that you can show them to do stuff like this. And you want to simply ask them if they've ever heard of a structural balance test or a functional movement analysis. Okay. And then obviously they're going to respond, and you're going to be talking to them a little bit more about what type of troubles they've been having and how they can improve that technique just by realizing what's wrong with them. Okay, so here's where what you want to do is they're obviously going to be intrigued because you've just opened up this whole issue with their technique, and you're showing them a structural balance test or a movement analysis that's going to be able to show those flaws and then be able to improve it. Okay, so what you want to do here is you want to say to them, look, I've got a spare 15 minutes, or mate, I've got some time tomorrow, and I'd love to be able to run you through that balance test or that movement test. Okay, and then from there, what you want to do at the end of your testing, okay, obviously they're going to be stoked if you've just offered them this free, this free time of yours to take them through that. Okay, if they're not, then they're not the right client for you. Okay. And then obviously you're going to take them through that testing. At the end of the testing, you want to say to them, look, hey, I've got some great articles that I've put together about, whatever their problem was. Okay, you got to have all this stuff prepared. Okay, I'd love to email them through to you. Would that be okay? Okay, bang. Okay, 100%. I guarantee this will work. Okay. Technique number 4: you should run a weekly workshop for free inside your gym. Okay, you can do heaps of different things with your workshop. Okay, one good thing I used to do was I used to book people's body fat in. Okay, so and if you're not doing body fat testing correctly, okay, you need to start doing body fat testing. Okay, so you need to have the proper software to do that. You need to have the good calipers. You need to have a system for getting body fat testing results. Okay, because it's another really good tool that you can use. Alrighty. So what you can do, you can book people in for body fat tests. Those structural balance tests, the movement analysis, all that kind of stuff. Okay, just set aside maybe a few hours of your time, and you can fill those spots up quite easily. Okay, and you want to talk to these people about what they're struggling with right now. Okay, with their training, and then you just want to offer them some solutions to those problems. Okay, you're not preaching your prices of your personal training sessions. Okay, you're giving these people a something that they can work on right now. Okay, for free. All right, you're just giving them information and you're educating them. Okay, that's what it's all about. You can offer a hot seat Q&A where you can sit there in your chair and members can ask you questions up front. Okay, something simple like that will work. Another thing you can do is you can run a sample workout. Okay, so you can take people through. You can book people in during the week and organise for them to come in on that workshop time. Okay, and just say you're running a new workout. Come down, have a crack. Okay. Simple as that. Okay, that's another really good tool that you can add. Bonus tip here. As I said before, you need to be using that proper software to measure your body fat percentages. Okay, and you need to do it. You need to do it with the correct calipers as well. Okay, none of this plastic dodgy stuff. You want to get good quality stuff. Okay, and then what you're going to be doing here is, if you've got the right software, you're going to be able to start capturing email addresses from these people, okay, and all their details that you can follow up with them. Okay, so you can then send them follow-up email after you've done these testings, and you can say, look, here's what your results were. Maybe give them a couple of tips to improve on. Here's a sample training program that would be ideal for you right now. Okay, or maybe it's a sample nutritional or supplement protocol. Okay, anything like that that's going to help them out straight away. Okay, and then from there, maybe that later that week you can follow up again with an email. Okay, so you can see how it kind of snowballs on with that follow-up framework. Okay, and number 5 technique is you want to be able to do a free semi-private or group training session at your gym. Okay. and you want to make it something that people are going to want to take part in. Okay, so plan out like a massive big giant set. Okay, obviously don't do it at the time when there's going to be you know the peak times at your gym, because a lot of people will get annoyed. Okay, so once again, do it at times that you want to try and pick up clients. Okay, so maybe like a giant set, or it's a strongman workout. Okay, like a modified strongman workout with some ropes, some sleds, tires, all that kind of stuff. That's cool. Okay, so people want to take part in stuff like that. Okay, or if it's a metabolic conditioning workout. Okay, so using different types of strength training. Okay, you want to make it something different that people are going to look at and want to take part in. Okay, that's what the main goal is with these free sessions that you can offer at your gym. Okay, and what you can do is you can, at the same time, you want to be, while you're running these sessions, is keep an eye out on the gym floor and see who's watching you. Okay, and then what you want to do is afterwards, go up to these people and say, hey, I saw you were checking out the workout. I'm running another one next week or tomorrow or whatever you're going to do. Would you like to jump in and have a go? Okay, wait for their response and see what they say. Okay, if they say yes, bang, you've got them. Get their details, and then you can follow up with them later that day as well. Okay, if they say no, okay, there's another time you can offer them, an article that you've written about the benefits of that type of training. Okay, so you can still keep offering information to these people even if they don't want to come along to that next session. Okay. And your bonus tip here is, if you're inside a club that allows it, okay, I know some clubs don't allow it anymore, but give it a go. Okay, a smaller in-club trainer might be able to try this. You can put together a script that you can use at reception over the PA system. Okay, and while you're running that session, you can have the receptionist read out, or even another trainer. If you want to join in on the next workout, come and see reception, and we'll give you a free trial card, which you can use at tomorrow's session or Saturday's session or next week's session. Okay, you see how you can put that little script together. Okay, and obviously for those people that come up to the front desk and they want to come and see you at that next session, you want to be able to get an email address off that person where you can send them a quick little follow-up message just to say hello and just to confirm what they're in for, pretty much. Okay, so you can see how it all comes together now. Alrighty. So there's just 5 techniques that you can use. They're quite different. Okay, you might not have seen these ones before, but they really work, and they're easy techniques to implement. And the best thing about these techniques is you can start using these tomorrow right at your gym. Okay, there's only a little bit of prep time needed just for some of those ones that you need some articles and some printable posts. Okay, so you need to have this stuff in a bank pretty much. Okay, so it's more so like your article bank that you can have with all these cool posts that you've got. Okay, and print them out. Okay, make sure you staple them together. You can give them people straight away. Okay, that's what you want. So I've got a little bonus for you, and here's what you need to do to grab that. Okay, step 1 is you need to leave a comment below and let me know which technique you're going to try over the next 7 days. Okay, so I'm going to hold you 100% accountable to this post. Okay, and then step 2 is you want to click the link below to grab your downloads. All right, and then step 3, I'm going to be coming back to the comment section in the next 7 days, and I'm going to ask you how you went. Okay, personally ask you. Okay, so even if it's just one of the techniques, that's fine. Okay, I want you to put some of this stuff into action straight away, even tomorrow. Okay, so you're probably wondering about the bonuses the bonus downloads I just said before. Okay, so I want to do what I can to help you out as much as is possible. Okay, so I've put together a nice little download that's going to complement these techniques. Okay, and it's going to make your life a little bit easier to implement this week at your gym. So you're going to get, number 1 is you're going to get a list of the best articles to put together and to start to become that educator at your gym or your trusted advisor. Okay, so I'm going to show you what type of articles work best. Okay, I'm going to give you a solid list of what you need to source. Number 2, I'm going to give you the best workouts you need to try in your very own sessions. Okay, so those in-session promotions to start to get people watching and talking about you. Number 3, I'm going to give you the exact template that I use for my structural balance and movement analysis. Okay, so this is fully printable and you can start using it straight away. Okay, so it's something that you can walk around on your little PT clipboard, and you can fill out through your through that little structural balance test. Okay, obviously if you're not clued up with that stuff, you need to learn that before you use it. Okay, but this is a fully printable template that you can use over and over again. Okay, I'm going to give you that one. Number 4, I'm going to give you the things that you want to look for when you want to break down technique, and some small things you can give to people straight away that's going to get instant results with things like your deadlifts, your squats, and rowing movements. Okay, they're all really good movements to look at someone's technique and give them a few things to get instant improvements. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few things you want to look out for there. Number 5, I'm going to give you 5 workouts that you want to try in those group session workshops, okay, or those semi-private sessions for people. And these are all fully printable templates that you can change as well. Okay, so it's like a training program card that you can use after as well. Okay, so what you need to do to get those bonuses is you need to remember that you need to leave a comment below and let me know which technique that you're going to use over the next 7 days, whether it's just one or all of them. Number 2, grab those downloads, and then number 3, I want you to go and give them a go, and I'm going to be in the comments section below over the next 7 days, and I'm going to personally ask you how you went. So thanks for coming this far, and if you found these techniques useful, then I want to make sure you share it with another personal trainer or a coach that you know who you think you might be able to benefit from. Okay, so not only you'll be doing them a massive favor, but that'll help me out a lot as well. So with that in mind, I'll catch you in the comments section underneath.